Welcome, everybody. We are back right here from Scoreboards Restaurant. This is Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks, a closer look at Jaguar Athletics. I'm Chris Powers, and the man, Roman Banks, who has his picture on a coffee mug.
Overtime series.
Yes, I like that. Look at that. That is nice. And where can people buy this mug?
Well, they will be going online. Yes, they will be going online starting at the Taste of Jag on Thursday.
Right, and I'll tell you, everyone is going nuts as well as I did. Coach Fogg brought this, the bowling team brought this ball. This is the ball that they use for competition, but look how beautiful this is. And she told me you could purchase this too from her program as well. That is very nice.
And that's a fundraiser for them. So they can contact the bowling area, reach out to Chris, and we'll send them information. And there'll be information going on online on our GoJagSports.com about all these items.
I'm going to buy one.
Oh yeah,
I love
that's
that
a great
much.
investment.
Yeah, just to put it on the shelf.
You buy one, then I buy the second one.
Oh, you will?
Right behind.
All right,
you.
Coach Fogg, you
got 2 sales today.
You got 2 sales today with that. I think we might even have a 3rd sale back there.
Third one, and one going once, going twice.
Boy, big time. We're talking baseball, and how big was that? The SWAC baseball tournament in New Orleans, 15-0 the final score. And you could see, I was sitting next to Chris and his staff and all that. Coach, you can see that they were determined to win that game big time.
Yeah, no question about it. I looked around and I was sitting with the president and some of the coaches in the area, and he looked around and asked me, is this the best we ever played?
Yeah.
And, going and watching the Texas Southern games that were very challenging, and for them to come back and bounce back the way they did, I mean, that shows great character and a great job that Coach Jackson is doing with this team.
And look at that team right there, how proud they were. Got their championship shirts on and the championship hats as well.
Well
plus
deserved.
the banner. I like that big time. That is really, really nice.
Another thing that I think that's part of this athletic program right now is the amount of support that our coaches get from the other coaches in the department. I don't know if we have any pictures of those, but we had just about all our head coaches there and assistant coaches and staff. And so to share in that moment, that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Yeah, I was happy to be there too. And I love the fans that were there. Not only Jaguar Nation, had a pretty good base from the Alabama State fans too. So New Orleans seems to be a nice place to have tournaments.
Yeah, no question about it. I really don't feel like it's too many other places, probably besides on our campus, but it's not too many other places that I think that can generate that type of excitement as a venue. I think people like coming to New Orleans. I think that the baseball program has been there for a few years now and it's been establishing itself. I think that the conference offers have added some layers to take it to another level. And so, this is a re-up year. And so it's going to be very interesting if New Orleans want to receive us back.
And not only that, with that field drained perfectly. With that synthetic turf, it drained perfectly.
I think it's very important when you have a chance to play on a turf field so when you're going to have some weather challenges from time to time. And to be able to turn back around and get on that field was very important so we can keep the day going, because you got to get the games in. It makes for a long day. Yeah. But by law and the conference tournament, you got to get the games in.
On the all-tournament team, Eli Finning, which did an unbelievable job in that championship game,
Oh, man. I mean, the guy's been awesome all year long. I mean, and to go out there and to go all the way to the 9th inning, and for them to, I think they did the right thing to give him a chance to come out and for everybody to show him how much he was loved. It was a great opportunity for us.
And he's got great movement on the balls. Unbelievable. And then also, too, Jalen Williams makes the all-tournament team. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Well deserved.
And not only making the all-tournament team, but the MVP, Tyler Laporte. What a great young man that is, third baseman. I got a chance to shake his hand and see his mom and dad that were there.
So throughout the year, I had the opportunity to visit with some professional scouts that had great interest in him. I think that he's one of the few guys at any level that can get the ball from third to first at that speed, and he has a great glove, and so I think that he has a bright future ahead of himself.
No question about that. And also disappointment today from the fans. We were supposed to go to the very first annual HBCU World Series against North Carolina A&T in Chicago, but because of the weather, the impending weather that is heading in that direction, the game has been called on that Friday. And but that would have been a great place to play where the Chicago White Sox play. It's a guaranteed rate field, and they're not going to be able to participate in that, but that's weather.
Yeah, and I think that it's going to give give that committee or give that promotion group a chance to put some things in place, because what's the plan if you have a bad weather policy? What's going to happen? And I don't know if they really thought that all the way through. And so I think that they're on the right page as it relates to bringing the MEAC and the SWAC together in that challenge and that type of World Series game. But I think that they just need to get more organized so they can be prepared to answer all questions.
Right, because, I mean, it works in football. The SWAC MEAC Challenge in the beginning of the season, and then obviously the big bowl game in Atlanta, Georgia at the beautiful Dome.
Yeah, so I think that's a great thing that they're trying to do. And I just think once, this was a learning experience for them. And I think once they put everything on the table and they get this committee of people that we suggest that they get to work on this year round, I think that it'll be a good venture for the future.
I'm getting hungry already for tomorrow. The Taste of Jag.
Taste of Jag. Taste of Jag.
Ooh,
Very
it's gonna
excited
be fun.
about the Taste of Jag.
I said the Belle of Baton Rouge tomorrow, and there it is. The Michael J. Foster Project will be there.
I'm excited about that group.
Yeah,
man. I like
can't
that group,
wait.
Man. I like that group.
6:30. It'll start with the atrium, and then I'm going to be one of the judges for that. So Denise tells me I'll be there pretty late tomorrow.
Well, you know, you get to judge and you get to walk around and taste everything else. So,
and it's some good food.
I mean, it's a lot of good food out there.
Yes,
you know,
indeed.
and you bring out some of your favorites, the Chicken Shack and all those type of people, walk-ons, and you got Tony's Seafood, and you got Craven's Boudin from Lafayette coming over. I mean, I can keep going and keep going.
And I'm on a diet. How am I going to be on a diet tomorrow?
You're going to take it out tomorrow. Take a day off.
Take a time out on that thing, because I'll tell you what, when you put Boudin in front of me,
you're talking about overtime, man. We're going overtime tomorrow.
Unbelievable. Also, summer camps on campus coming soon. We're going to be talking to the coaches. We got Coach Odoms is in the house. Coach Vanessa's in the house as well. How big is to have those summer camps at Southern University?
Well, it's huge. I think you want to bring athletics in the community together, and you want to bring Southern University in the community together. And so not only that there are kids that want to go on and play college ball, and they get a chance to be in that environment at an early age, but they also get a chance to be around these coaches that are great mentors, take pictures with them, and become part of that Jaguar family early. And so our camps have built up over the last couple of years, and we're very excited about that. And we look like we're going to have high numbers this year.
Yep, no doubt. I cannot wait for that. That is, again, tomorrow night. All right, when we come back, we've got Coach Odoms going to be on the show. Coach Jacobs is going to be on the show. We got Odoms coming up right here next. We're going to talk about his summer camp and what they do exactly in the summer getting ready for football, because you know we'll be ready for football here pretty soon.
It's here, man. It's already here. I mean,
goodness.
No breaks. I mean, we're working on Homecoming, Pete Richardson Classic. We're working on the Isaac Reds Classic. So we got a lot of stuff coming up.
Yes, indeed. So we'll be doing that coming up right here next. As we continue, it's overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. I'm Chris Powers. We're right here from Scoreboards Restaurant. Back after this timeout on Pelican Sports TV.
Right back. Timeout.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fruget. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fruget today.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, official chicken of Southern University. One love.
When you play the Louisiana Lottery, you may not see where your dollar goes. To the potential it nurtures. To the future it fuels. But with every dollar you spend, you're supporting K through 12 public education. Even if you don't see the change you're making, our students do. Thank you for giving us a reason to smile.
All right, welcome back, everybody, right here to Scoreboards Restaurant. And we are here again every Wednesday. Next Wednesday is our last show of the football of the season, I'd say, the sports season. We'll do it again, obviously, when football starts. By the way, if you want this bowling ball, Coach Fogg just gave me the information on that. It's Rose_Fogg, Fogg, at SBUR.edu, SUBR.edu. And, of course, you can send a check. Obviously, email her and then send that check, and she'll give you the information on that. I'm getting me one, Coach. That's nice.
It is a nice bowling ball, and I got a chance to watch the bowling team play this year, and you know it's interesting. That's the first time I ever seen a collegiate bowling match, and it was outstanding and fun, and great to see other sports being competitive.
I got a nice curve on mine. Goes right in the gutter every time.
Nah, no curveball for me. We
it goes straight, right? You're a knuckleballer, straight up.
We try to get a couple pins each time, so just advance.
Unbelievable. Coach, good to see you, my man.
Always a pleasure,
You
man.
and I will be talking here pretty soon before you know it.
It'll be football season.
That's
It don't
right.
seem like it never stops.
Yep. Let me ask you about your upcoming camp going on, the football camp. Tell us about that.
Well, the Boot Showcase Camp is every school in the state of Louisiana coming here to really just get a chance to host that camp. La Tech, LSU, you know, every college that's here. You got ULM, you got Lafayette, Northwestern, Southeastern, Nichols, and all the in-state schools, including Grambling. Their entire coaching staffs will be here on our campus evaluating talent. You think about 2 years of doing the Boot Showcase Camp, we've been able to get over 1,400 young men in the grades of 9 to 12 on our campus, and it's exciting, always an exciting time of the year, and we're looking forward to it.
What's the benefits of having this camp on campus?
Well, I think when you look at it, it's just being able to get young men on your campus, being able to showcase your facilities, being able to evaluate a large number of guys, and also it's just the camaraderie of all the staffs. You know, when you look at it, even though we're open up with Manice, they'll be on our campus working our camp. So it's always fun for us to promote the boot, and that's what it's all about when we talk about recruiting.
Now, when I played back when they had leather helmets, they didn't have camps. So what is the benefit for the student athlete to come to these camps?
Well, it gives you an opportunity to showcase your skill set, and I think when you look at it, every position get a chance to be evaluated. The only position we do not evaluate is a specialist position, but when you take all the quarterbacks and you get a chance to watch the quarterbacks from all over, it's not just the in-state of Louisiana. You got guys coming from Texas, Alabama, Florida, Mississippi, Memphis, come to this camp. So there'll be a lot of guys trying to showcase their talent. It's a lot of scholarship opportunities available, so it's always good to be in front of other coaches.
No question about that. So what will the format be for this camp?
Well, we always start with the big guys, and then we'll split off. About 2.5 hours later, we'll start with the skill guys, and then we break it up. We do it in 2 days. Do it in 1 day, 2 sessions, and we roll through about 600 guys in about a 4-hour, 5-hour window.
And it's an opportunity for mentally to reach these young kids about the benefits of playing. Not only once you get to come to a college stadium and be able to participate in the camp, but maybe one day that could be me playing for Southern University or for one of these schools.
Well, correct. I think the earlier you can get the guys in front of you, it helps you in recruiting. It's also good because we're working on the fundamentals. You're getting a chance to showcase some of your one-on-one skill set. We get a chance to go one-on-one with the receivers and DBs, O-line, D-line. So it's always good to see that competition. But some of these guys would probably never, ever get a chance to get on Southern campus. But with those other schools' partnership with us, it gives everybody a chance to be seen. And we do the same thing. They come help us with our camp this weekend. On Sunday, we're in New Orleans helping Tulane with their camp. So it's a partnership from all the schools in the state of Louisiana.
That's pretty impressive. So is there still time to sign up now? Is it too late?
No, it's still registration. We do online registration, so you can go on the site, and the site is all over Twitter. It's all over, the website. So you get a chance to sign up for it. And right now we probably got a little over 200 pre-registered,
Wow.
but it picks up really fast. Once we get to the June the 1st, you will see it'll start rolling fast. We anticipate, between 600 and 800 student athletes.
Wow. And give us those dates again.
June 12th.
June 12th.
June 12th.
And what time to what time?
It starts at right around 1 o'clock, and we'll roll all the way into about 6 or 7.
Right, it's a beautiful turf field too. If you've never been to A.W. Mumford Stadium, for those people out there, it's a beautiful field and what have you. Southern's got great facilities, and I think you will like it. Coach, what do you do during the summer? I mean, a lot of people think that once spring ball is over, you just go on one long vacation.
Well, we got a 2-week marathon coming up where we'll probably be meeting day and night, really getting situated for the off season, getting ready for skills and drills for the summer, getting ready for fall camp, getting playbooks ready. So it's a lot. I mean, we're going to spend a lot of hours over the next 2 weeks going back over some things, cleaning up some things, installing some new things. So wrapping up recruiting. Recruiting never stops. We're always doing recruiting. We spend hours and countless hours on recruiting. Our coaches will be coming back off the road. So the marathon starts Monday. So we'll be in that office really grinding out a lot of meeting time and really getting our team and our staff situated for the fall.
Out of both East and West at SWAC, Southern and Grambling always have the X on their backs. But now winning the West last year and being in the SWAC championship game and coming pretty close to beating Alcorn State, that X will be there again this year.
Well, I just think anytime you go out to play with the tradition and the history that we played with at Southern University, it's always a challenge, and we know we're going to get the best shot from whoever we play. I think that's exciting. I think we got a good football team. Got to stay healthy. Ball got to bounce our way, but I think at the end of the day, I think our players are looking forward to this 2019 season.
All right, and also too, now, what do you think is going to be different this year? You've got 2 quarterbacks now that have a lot more experience than they did last year. Now they'll be sophomores and got a year under their belt. What's going to be different, you think, this year to be able to get to not only the SWAC championship for the 2nd year in a row, but this time win the game and then maybe go to Georgia, Atlanta?
Well, I think everybody's trying to get better. I just come from a coaching conference down in Miami for the weekend, and just talking about how to get your football team prepared for this season. Nothing we did in the past is going to affect 2019. You take away some things, you learn from it, and you try to implement those things into your day-to-day operation. That's all we try to do. It's all about the players committing themselves to be excellent on and off the field. And if they do that, the ball usually bounces your way. When 2 good teams face each other, it usually comes down to the little things. And we got to be better at the little things this off season if we want to achieve big things during the season.
The big 1A coaches will tell you right now they can't stand the transfer portal. Can't stand it. But now for like Southern University, we got a big defensive tackle we're going to be getting in soon. But also for other players, it gives an opportunity for them to play because they all go to that one big school, and then all of a sudden after that, guess what? I'm not playing. I'm not the starter, and like I thought it would be. I was an all-star in high school, and I'm not starting. So now this gives me an opportunity to transfer and go to another team. And with that, to go in to a Southern University, your path still can go to the National Football League.
Well, I really think it has its ups and downs. We've got some guys out of it, and you have to really do your homework. And the guys we've gotten out of the transfer portal are guys we have relationships with. I don't think it's just like dating. I look at recruiting just like dating. You don't date a girl once or twice or 3 times, and then all of a sudden you're at the altar and you get married. Well, recruiting is the same way. You got to really invest in these guys' lives so that you can build the right relationship and know what exactly you're getting. And I think sometimes when you just get what you hear and see in the transfer portal, I think you can get some bad apples. It's a reason. I always say it's a reason they're transferring. So at the end of the day, we do a great job of doing our homework. We want guys in our locker room that are like those freshmen. So if you're going to transfer in, your demeanor and your attitude and your character need to be like the guys that we've been recruiting. And then we can put that together. We think we can have a successful locker room.
The way I look at it, it's almost like the National Football League, like on a practice squad. You're still a part of, like, if you're Dallas or the Saints, you're still a part of that team, but another team can contact you and sign you to a regular roster, not just a practice squad, but the regular roster. So with that, the transfer portal, when can you start? As soon as they enter the transfer portal, you can start talking to them?
Yeah, as soon as their name posted in the transfer portal, you can begin contact and reaching out to them and trying to recruit them to come to your place.
I mean, I like that because, I mean, there's some people that might not want to go. And you got to sit out and all that kind of good stuff and don't know what you're going to do there. Got to wait till the end of the season and all that. So I like the deal myself, and I think it's a good chance for people to do that. One more question, and I saw that it was asked today for the Clemson coach, head coach, about paying athletes to play in the NCAA. Do you think that is a good idea, and you ever think we'll see that?
Yeah, we go see it.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, you can't run a multi-million, in some cases multi-billion-dollar corporation and not transfer the money down.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it's all about. The NCAA understands from the Power Five that in order for them to be able to keep its standards the way they need them to be, these student athletes are making a lot of money for these institutions.
Right.
A lot of money. I mean, you talk about 50 million, 60 million profits, and all we get, all the players is getting is cost of living. Of course, that's going to be some problems.
Right.
And you selling their jerseys, you're selling their names. They got naming rights too as individuals.
Right.
And the NCAA is starting to see that. It started with the NCAA football game.
That's right.
And then it's trickling down to just day-to-day operation. Oh, it's going to happen. If they're talking about it, believe me, it's way more going on than what we're just hearing.
But
they're serious about it.
Do you think like the Power 5 schools, though, will be able to get all the money? Because they make a lot of money. A&M makes a ton of money, where the smaller schools won't be able to do that.
Well, I mean, I always think it's going to be a resource issue. I mean, I think it's a landscape, it's some division, which is why I think in FCS we have different rules. But also at the end of the day, I think you look at some guys in the transfer portal, we have probably lost some guys that we recruited in the transfer portal because of what some schools are able to do that we're not able to do, and you just live with it.
Right.
I mean, that's the nature of the beast. It's always going to be some positives, it's always going to be some negatives, but at the end of the day, all you can do is try. But I do believe the FBS is going to start really up in the ante when it comes to paying those guys for their collegiate services.
All right, Coach, before you know it, we'll be sitting right here.
Thank you.
Talking football, getting ready for the first game against McNeese State and the Cowboys.
Always a pleasure.
All
Go
right.
Jags.
That's right. Coach Dawson Odom's right here. When we come back, we'll be talking more right here. It's Overtime Series with Coach Roman Banks. Of course, a closer look at Jaguar athletics. We'll be back right after this timeout right here on Pelican Sports TV.
Family road trips just got a whole lot easier. The 2018 Nissan Rogue. Now with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, featuring technologies like available ProPilot Assist, which helps keep an eye on the road ahead and helps you stay centered while you're turning this lane into memory lane. Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
CareSouth offers a wide range of comprehensive medical, behavioral health, and dental services. On behalf of the staff and board of directors, we want to thank the Parish of Ascension, East Baton Rouge, and Iberville for allowing us to serve you. Come out to any of our locations where family is serving families.
I can still remember Charlotte's first day of kindergarten like it was yesterday. Now, she's heading off to college.
So how are you feeling?
I'm nervous. I'm also really excited.
You know you're the first McKernan to not go to LSU in decades. Promise me this, you'll wear purple and gold at all the UT football games.
Dad.
Letting go isn't easy, especially for this Louisiana dad, but our children know family is always there for them. Just like when our clients come to us for help, they'll always be part of the Get Gordon family. We want to be your lawyers for life.
Call 888-8888.
preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Home, away, any game day. At Walk-Ons, we'll help you do game day right.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
Back, everybody, right here for the overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. I'm Chris Powers, and I got Coach Vanessa Jacobs right here in the house. How you doing, Coach?
Good. How are you?
Great to see you. Could you spike this ball?
Oh God, that's too heavy. No, sir.
Oh, but that I can't get over that. I told Coach Fogg as soon as I saw that, I loved it, and then she brings it out, and then she says it's for sale. She's selling these to help her program out, so I'm buying one.
Awesome.
That is gorgeous, isn't it?
I wonder how much it weighs.
I don't. How much that weighs, Coach? 15 pounds.
Yeah, I can't bowl with a 15-pounder.
50. I've got a perfect curve on mine. It goes to the gutter every time. Every time it finds a way.
It is beautiful.
We've got camps coming up at Southern University, and we got a volleyball camp coming up. Tell us about yours.
Do. Well, we have a high school camp that starts on July 5th, from July 5th through the 8th. And then our middle school camp starts the 8th, the second half of the day, through the 11th. And we have some positional camps that's at the end of June and through the 1st of July.
Okay, and can people go to gojagsports.com and get all the info there?
They can go to gojagsports.com, but we also have the website, and it is www.jagsvolleyballcamps with an S at the end.com.
Volleyball camp?
Camps.com.
Okay. All right, and what will the format be on that?
Well, it's an all-skills camp, so it's not just for the elite campers. It's for people who want to learn the game of volleyball. I find that in Louisiana, the elite kids, they go to those elite clubs and they play a lot. And the other kids who want to play the game and just don't have the means to do it, our camp is that camp to be able to show them some quality skills in those 3.5 days.
What's the earliest as far as age groups go that you can get in here?
Well, we start them at about 5th grade on up.
Oh, so 5th
through
grade.
High school. Mm-hmm.
All right, cool deal. Now, what is the deadline to register? Can people still register now?
They can register now. We also take walk-ups on day of.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And where is it going to be at?
It's going to be at Seymour Gym on the campus of Southern University.
Cool deal. And that'll be an opportunity for you to be able to go and learn everything there is to know about volleyball. It's not just about hitting the ball over the net.
Oh no, there's a lot more involved in that.
There's so much involved. And I think it's becoming a very popular sport. And not only because of the volleyball, I love watching in the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
I love watching the Olympics, but also too, I like watching the NCAA level. And I also like sand volleyball. It's getting very popular
Sand
now.
is very popular. Banks has talked about having a sand team.
See, I was going to ask you that. So you knew that. Telepathically,
Yes.
you connected to me.
We talk about that a lot, so we'll just see when it comes. I'll be ready for it.
How many players can you have on that team?
Well, you know, a lot of the schools, they will have their indoor play outdoor as well, and then I think it's about 6 scholarships, and it's an equivalency sport versus a head count sport. So.
And if I'm not mistaken, is it spring? Isn't it volleyball in the spring? Mm-hmm. But it's got to be a lot different because of the fact you're jumping, this time on a sand instead of jumping on hard. Is that any different training to that?
It's a lot different, but the kids who train on the sand or in the sand, when they get back in the gym and they get their timing right, they are flying.
Wow.
Yes.
So that it gives them advantage to play indoor.
Absolutely. You have to, and it's 2-man on the sand.
Right.
So you have to find creative ways on how to score. Either you're really doing a good job serving, or you and your partner have this telepathic,
right,
communication on how and where to hit the ball and tip the ball and just find ways to score and how to block your opponent.
How did it become so popular like that?
And it's been popular for me because I'm from California. It's been popular for a very long time. I played on the sand. I played in grass.
Wow.
Tournaments growing up, but now it's popular and it's governed by the NCAA, and it's amazing. So it's exciting.
Because that's an Olympic sport.
It is.
I mean, it's always, and the Americans usually do pretty well in that sport.
We have been. Yeah, especially the people who live on the coast.
Yeah, so that is major.
Yes.
And they do it all the time. But I'm noticing too that there's a lot of sports restaurants that are starting to put sand volleyballs. There's one here, I believe it is off Burbank. They got one off Burbank. There's a big, and it's got a couple of sand volleyball courses there, which is pretty interesting. I'm like, wow, really?
Yeah, and then they have one over here off of Sherwood too.
Oh, Sherwood?
Yeah.
I would. If I own a nice sports bar, I would try to make it a spot where it is, because, I mean, it's popular when you go to the coast, whether it is in LA or Florida.
Yeah.
It's all popular. People like playing beach volleyball.
It's fun. It's definitely recreation, and then it's a sport. And then those who have played competitively, and then you're done with college, you can get some really good competition on the sand. Indoors, not so much here, but definitely on the sand.
But I'm noticing, is it just me or my eyes? I'm noticing that the ball doesn't fly as much on the sand volleyball.
It's just your eyes.
Is it?
Oh,
so
yeah.
It does fly?
Oh yeah.
It's like comes the same speed?
Yes, definitely.
Wow.
Again, once you get your sand legs and you find ways to move in the sand, then they're getting up and they're really putting some velocity on that ball.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, Coach, when does your preseason start? When do you start getting ready for preseason practice?
We will come in for some leadership training on August 6th, and then we report for sure on the 8th.
So leadership count, that means who's going to be the leaders on the team?
Well, it's basically helping them understand how to be a leader on campus, not just about on the court. It's about how we present ourselves as female student athletes on the Southern University campus and what it means to be connected to the Jaguar Nation and that sense of pride. Like right now, everybody feels that sense of pride because the majority of our sports teams have been very successful. So it's just helping them understand that and what it means to be a leader. You don't have to be a captain in order to be a leader, but you can definitely lead in the right direction.
What do you think this team has to do to be able to get to the SWAC championship? What would you like to see them build stronger from this year, from last year?
Discipline.
Wow.
Discipline.
And that is important.
It is extremely
That's just as
important.
much as physical part.
Yeah. Like the mental part of the game is more than the physical part of it. They can get through the pain. They can get through the physical piece. It's the mental part of the game. If you go in there thinking, oh man, this team is really big and they're so tall and man, I don't know if we can beat them, then you won't, because you've already, you're defeated. Right. But if you go in there with the mentality that we're going to go in there and we're going to play our butts off, then that's just what you're going to do.
Is it something that's taught by the coach, or is it something that's that the players have to get it? I'm talking about being together as a team always, going here to this, to going to eat at the same time, going to, if you decide y'all want to go to the movies together, and that camaraderie really helps out big time on the court.
It really does, and that's why we're doing the leadership training, to help them understand what we have to do as a group cohesively in order to get past those bumps that we will face.
Yeah, no question about that, and I think that's pretty good. What are your thoughts this year in Southern sports? It's been unbelievable. The football team competes for the SWAC championship, wins the West. The Lady Jags in basketball not only win the regular season title, but win the tournament as well. Obviously, baseball's now doing it. A lot of other sports, track and field was at number 2 at one point in time.
Yeah.
So a lot of sports was beginning to step up. So what do you think about this year so far in sports?
I think it's been an amazing turnaround with our APR that making a turnaround, and then with our sports teams really buying into what we're doing, and then seeing every single team support each other. That's what's been so special. Not just the teams, but the coaches as well.
No, I saw that at the baseball game. I saw several coaches there. I've seen that in basketball as well. It's pretty impressive. Coach Sean Woods, and he He joined me on the broadcast for the play-by-play for the women of the SWAC basketball tournament. And I think he also joined me for the NCAA tournament, if I'm not mistaken, but he was there, so he made the trip to watch the Lady Jags play.
That's important, to know that the coaches and the student athletes are supporting each other, and that's what it means to be a family. So that's what I'm excited about most. I mean, we get to start it off in the fall and then finish it up by supporting each other. And, everybody's like, well, you support everyone. Well, that's because I expect everyone to support us as well.
Right.
So
that's right.
Yeah, it's a give and take.
So what kind of fundraisers do we have coming up for the volleyball team? Will we have that crawfish table again this year?
We will have another crawfish table.
I love that. That is nice. I tried to win. I put all kind of stuff in there, thinking I was going to win it. Anything else coming up before that, though, maybe?
No, we're just making sure that our kids are in line and doing what they need to do in order to be prepared mentally and physically for preseason. Other than that, it's just recruiting.
Yeah. So again, if you're supporting Southern University, all JAG sports, volleyball is just important. They got obviously soccer, they've got bowling. All these programs need your help. They need your help big time. So you can get involved by supporting Southern Athletics. Again, for more information, you can contact Chris Jones or go to gojagsports.com on that website and get more information. Coach Vanessa Jacobs, as always,
it's been a pleasure.
Always seeing you. All right, coming up, Derek Warren, president of the Southern Alumni Federation, will join us right here. We'll do that when we come back right after this timeout. You are listening to and watching Pelican Sports TV.
Hi, I'm Mayor Sharon Weston Broome, inviting you to join us for Taste of the Jag on May 23rd at 6:30 p.m. at the Belle of Baton Rouge. Get a taste of Southern soul from chefs from throughout the area.
Hi, I'm Chef Celeste. Join me for a taste of mystery.
I'll be there.
I'm Chef Tracy. Eat yourself well and treat yourself well.
A taste of Cajun. It's a taste of health.
A taste of Jaguar pride.
At Roadrunner Towing, we love our God, our children, our nation, and yes, our sports. So let's play ball. Score big when you need a tow, either in East Baton Rouge or West Baton Rouge. Because at Roadrunner Towing, we don't want an arm and a leg. We just want your toes.
Legendary Import Group. Exceptional service and a rare collection. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. We are legendary.
I am legendary.
I'm Team Legendary.
I am legendary.
I am legendary.
Now that's legendary.
Stop by Legendary Import Group today, where our team is honored to serve you. We are legendary.
Legendary Import Group, the only place for legendary care.
The smart Baton Rouge business traveler travels out of Baton Rouge. Why? It's about not having to wake up hours earlier, fight traffic, and stand in long lines. It's also about BTR being closer, more convenient, with non-stops and short hops to anywhere your business takes you. Smart. So for your business, if it's about being one step ahead and not dead on your feet, then it's about time you flew BTR. Baton Rouge Metro Airport. It's about time.
I can't imagine a day without music. You go downtown, you can find some music. You come uptown, you can find some music. Monday night, they got music. Every night of the week, there's music somewhere. Baton Rouge is a place where it's easy to make friends, it's easy to hear some music, and it's easy to come back. We got the music, we got the food, and we got good people. So with that combination, you can't lose, right? You ever come to Louisiana?
Welcome back, everybody. Right here, it is right here at Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. I want to remind you a couple of things. Season books are on sale right now. Your season book tickets are on sale. Go to GoJagSports.com and purchase your tickets now to get involved with Southern football, and also gives you some special privileges throughout the year as well. Taste of Jag tomorrow at 6:30, right there at the Belle of Baton Rouge. You can get your tickets right there at the door. And again, it's just going to be great. Michael J. Foster program will be there, their band rather, and also too just great food all around. Give you ideas for tailgating, but also just you'll be able to go eat in all the different booths. So that's pretty good. I see Travion Scott is in the house. Of course, Pat Garrett, the softball coach, is in the house. As we mentioned, Coach Fogg is in the house as well. We've got Chris Jones is in the house for SID. Him and his staff did a great job for the baseball tournament, the SWAC baseball tournament, so that's pretty good as well. And I hope I didn't miss anybody. These lights are bright over here. And I want to also say that Derek Warren, Executive Director of Southern Alumni Federation, joins me. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing great.
I see you everywhere. I mean, I saw you in Houston. I think we were eating, where were we?
We had Cheesecake Factory.
Cheesecake, that's right. And I see you everywhere, man. You're all over. You're on the road.
You know, with 50,000 plus alums all over the world, not just the country and the state, you have to be a lot of places.
And I told you that too. It's always interesting. I've got a Southern shirt on. I'm in a Colorado airport or I'm in a Dallas airport. They come up and say, man, I went to Southern. I'm like, wow.
We are everywhere, man.
Big time.
We are everywhere. And I'm so thankful for our alums. They are the lifeblood of our Southern University system, and we're so thankful for everything they do in support of the Jaguar Nation and the Southern University system as a whole.
And I got people that contact me via Facebook in Houston, Texas, and just like you said, everywhere.
Houston's one of our largest chapters.
Right.
We have Dallas, another large chapter, DC, Chicago, LA, and of course all over the state of Louisiana. Alums are everywhere. They are vocal. They are exciting, and they certainly have a deep interest in everything that goes on about Southern and for Southern. They love Southern.
How big is it for us to be able to go to Dallas for the second year in a row and for that alumni to get involved in that big game?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. I mean, Dallas, there was such a drought. I guess it had been a number of years since we had been there, so now being able to go 2 years in a row for the most part, and having such a strong alumni base with Michael Johnson, who's the president of the Dallas Alumni Chapter. We're about to reactivate our Fort Worth chapter in that area. It's funny that you mentioned Dallas because we have so many alums across the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex that we're having to reactivate a chapter that was inactive for a period of time. But they're seeing and feeling the excitement, which is why they want to become more involved.
Right. And there's truly like 4 cities there. Arlington, Fort Worth, Dallas, and Plano.
Yes.
They're all 4. I mean, they're everywhere.
Including all these other small communities that make up the Dallas area. So.
Unbelievable. Discuss your role with the Federation.
Well, as Director of Alumni Affairs, that really ties into the university as a whole, reports into the Office of External Affairs. I'll shout out to Dr. Robin Merrick, one of Baton Rouge's influential women. She was just honored yesterday, and the Alumni Affairs role really acts as a liaison between our alums and the administration for the most part. The Alumni Federation role, which is Executive Director of the Alumni Federation, supports our many alums. That's the nonprofit arm. It supports our alums all over the world, basically, because we have alums in South Korea, we have alums in China, in South Africa, and beyond. And trust me, they follow everything that we do. So that role supports that nonprofit organization where we need all of us and every one of you and everybody who's listening to become a part of.
How does the Southern Alumni Federation interact with the athletics?
Well,
and helps athletics?
Of course, the bulk of the ticket holders, the season ticket holders, which we're hoping everybody at this very moment, if you don't have your season tickets, you're purchasing them. We want you to, of course, make sure you're doing that. So our alums are the main holders of those tickets, those season tickets. Our alums also are the major contributors to the university. So our university foundation, you will have 60+% of the donations that come into the foundation, and probably 80+% of donations that come into the federation are from alums. That same trend holds true for all of the departments across the different colleges as well.
So when we go to Dallas, is there alumni gathering there in Dallas?
Without a doubt, the tailgates are still being planned as we speak. They're also planning a whole weekend of activities starting that Friday. And there's even, I believe, a boat cruise that potentially may occur on that Sunday that we're all getting very excited about. I told them they need a bigger boat because they've sold it out for the last 3 years. This will be the 4th year, and they've sold it out the last 3.
And I'm sure we're going to have something going when we go to Atlanta. When we go to Atlanta, right?
When we go to Atlanta, we are already positioning. I think Denise would tell you that I had already purchased my tickets to Atlanta last year.
Come on.
Unfortunately, we fell a little short, but I'm sure we're going to make up for that this year.
What's the next big project we got coming up for
Well,
the
our next big project, of course, is we have our membership drive. It's time to renew your membership. For those of you, you'll be seeing things in the mail, and if you don't see things in the mail, look on sualumni.org. Go to sualumni.org, and you can hit the join button and join. And if you can't seem to get through sualumni.org, feel free to call the alumni office at 225-771-4200, and you can join there. In addition to that, we have our Leadership Summit, which will be held in New Orleans, Louisiana. The host hotel will be the Jung Hotel on Canal Street. Information about that is also on sualumni.org. And we will be holding our meetings at our wonderful SUNO, Southern University New Orleans campus.
Wow.
They'll be hosting us. The dates are June 28th and 29th. We have a packed agenda with different activities happening on that Friday, along with some exciting activities and workshops going on that Saturday. And we're looking at a boat cruise maybe that Saturday evening.
Wow, cool deal. And obviously we had a very good year sports-wise. That was unbelievable to see that. We talked about that just a moment ago. But Dr. Belton's really got the education part, the academic part, doing very well right now for Southern.
Oh, he does. And listen, let me say congratulations to the best coaches and staff in the world. I mean, SWAC championships, and what's even more important, our coaches and their staffs, we're winning off the field and on the field. We're winning in the classroom, which is the most important thing that we could do, because if you're winning in the classroom, you're going to win on the field regardless.
Right.
And I tell you, alums tell me about that every day I speak to them about it. I mean, every time I talk to an alum, they're talking about not just what's happening on the field, but they're talking about how proud they are of what our coaches and the staff and our student athletes, our scholar athletes are doing in the classroom, because they're making a mark.
And Chris told me last week that APR scores are higher than they've been in a long time. So
They are, and I tell you, we are paying attention, we're excited, and we want to continue doing everything we can to support and keep that high APR trend, keep that high winning trend going in all of our sports, for all of our coaches and our teams and our students.
No doubt about that.
They are our priority.
No doubt about that. How long have you been associated with Southern University?
Well, I came to Southern in 1978 as a computer science major and graduate, eventually became student body president, graduated in '82, left, joined IBM for 32 years, and came back in 2016 as alumni director.
Well, I want to tell you I hate you because 78, you don't look that old, my man.
You said Louisiana water and food.
My goodness gracious. This guy's in great shape. Looks like you can join the football team or basketball team today.
You know it's all smoke and mirrors. What can I say?
Well, I want to be behind the mirror you're doing it, brother. I promise you.
Well, thank you.
Good job,
Listen,
man.
we appreciate you and all of our teams, our coaches. We love you. I mean that. You all make us proud each and every day. We know it takes work to do what you do, and we're proud of you.
But
Thank you.
You do a great job, too. Always supporting, and look how enthusiastic you were.
I am. Coach Banks keeps me going. Coach Odoms, all of them, they keep me going.
Right.
You know, Chris and Denise also keep me on tabs all the time.
There you go. There you go. All right, we got Coach Banks coming up right back here. We'll be able to ask the athletic director. That's all right here as we're overtime with athletic director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Back in a moment right here on Pelican Sports TV.
Go Jags.
Need to see a doctor fast? Lake Express Check-In lets you get in line online. Visit OLOLRMC.com/express to choose an estimated treatment time at one of our emergency room, urgent care, or physician office locations. A service of Our Lady of the Lake.
Legendary Import Group. Distinguished service and detailed attention. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. Stop by 10660 Coursey Boulevard or phone 225-960-1191.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, official chicken of Southern University. One love.
play the Louisiana Lottery, you may not see where your dollar goes. To the potential it nurtures. To the future it fuels. But with every dollar you spend, you're supporting K through 12 public education. Even if you don't see the change you're making, our students do. Thank you for giving us a reason to smile.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fruget. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fruget today.
This is your home, your car, and you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance.
Talk to State Farm agent Anna Jones in Baton Rouge today.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
Welcome back, everybody. It's overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. And want to say a very special hello to Brianna Green, longtime
All-Conference
Lady Jag, All-Conference from Florida. And she's back home, of course, where she belongs.
That's
there
right.
you go. And she's got great plans, a great future for her for basketball. Wish her all the best of luck. As we mentioned, Jared Sam is in the house. We talked about that earlier as well. Big man, still a big man.
That's part of that Jaguar pride. Everybody always come back. This athletic family just stay together. These Southern Knights always come here.
Right.
We always have a good crowd, and I'm very thankful for everybody that supported the show.
No question about that. Now, the NCAA Regional will be announced on a Monday, not this Monday, but the next. Obviously, well, actually, it will be this Monday.
This Monday.
It will be this Monday. I'm always waiting now. It's this Monday. It's going to be actually at 11 a.m. It's going to be on ESPNU. But come join the party. Tell us where that party is going to be and what time it starts.
And so we're having a watch party at the Grind Restaurant, and it will open the doors will open at 10. The show starts at 11, and so they'll be serving lunch for all that want to come out, all the Jaguar fans, and hang out with the baseball team. And they'll probably start bowling and playing games as well. And so we're looking to have a fun day as we find out where we're going to be going.
That's right. This is where you will find out where Southern will be going. Could be either Ole Miss, could be Mississippi State, could be LSU. We just don't know yet.
So we're hoping to have a huge crowd on Monday. So I know that's a holiday, and so we look forward to everyone coming out and celebrating with the baseball team and Coach Jackson and his staff.
All right, cool deal. What happens during the summer, Coach? I know that a lot of people think that you maybe take a long vacation. I got told Coach Dawson Odoms after the last baseball game all the way to football game, but that's not the case, right?
No, that's not the case. So, just like the coaches start recruiting and getting ready for next year's calendar, my administration team, we are busy planning for next season. And so we're rolling out the carpet for football games, volleyball games, what's going to be the colors and where we're going, what's going to be the promotion. So it's a lot going on. And then in the month of June, I call it NCAA month. And so we're basically gone the whole month of June trying to do regional rules and going to different conferences, trying to stay sharp on all games.
No question about that. All right, it's time now for someone else to ask you a question. Sports Information Director Chris Jones joins us with Ask the AD.
AD Banks, with baseball winning the championship on Sunday, it marked the first time since 13-14 that 3 of the 4 major revenue sports won championships. Just talk about the significance of having those 3 teams this past season win championships and compete for SWAC championships moving forward.
So I think that's huge when you start talking about revenue sports. And so we've been able to, in a long time, as you just said, put 3 teams in the championship game. And so we're out to winning that cup, that SWAC cup here real soon. But I think that's just we're talking about revenue sports, but I think that's trending for all our programs. And we all understand our mission, and we don't back off from our mission as staff and head coaches that we want to win championships. We want to win. We want to win in our sport, and we want to win in the classroom. And so we're doing everything we can. You know, to me, it's just like being a GM and being able to help these coaches facility-wise, input, raise money to do other things to help them be successful. That's what it's all about at the end of the day.
No question about that. Again, Taste of Jag Food Expo tomorrow night at the Belle of Baton Rouge. What are the times, and can fans pick up their tickets at the gate, at the doors?
You can get your tickets at the door. We'll open up at 6:30, and Michael Foster Project will come up at 7. We'll have the challenge about 7:30, and so we'll be rocking and rolling all night long. So come out, taste some great food. Come and taste the Jaguar Pride, as we'll say, and have a good time with us. I'm excited about the Chef Challenge and what's in that mystery box Mr. Denise provide every year. And so I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be a signature event for us. So I'm looking for everybody to come out and support us. All the teachers that can hear me right now, so if you come out, you have a discount package for $20, as many tickets as you like, and bring your friends and come out and have a good time.
All right, speaking of delicious food, we've got some bread pudding right here that we always have. And of course, this is a hamburger steak with potatoes.
Steak. Hamburger steak with potatoes here.
I like that. That's a healthy
Straight
meal.
to the gut.
Oh, big time.
Straight to the gut today.
And this is yours because you don't like the pecans on the top.
Nah, they put them in the wrong place. I don't like the pecans, so you get the pecans. And but this is the signature piece for me right here.
No question. Now this is the overtime bread pudding, by the way.
It will be there tomorrow night.
Oh yeah.
So you want to try it? Come on out to the Taste of Jag. It will be there.
That's what I'm talking about. And this kind of food you get over here, whether it's boiled seafood, whether it is delicious food like this, or good salads too. They've got great things over here.
No question
right here at Scoreboards Restaurant on Coursey Boulevard. That'll do it for us this week. We'll talk about the tournament next week. I'm Chris Powers saying so long, everybody.
Go Jags.